Hey guys, Johnny Nerd out here. Got another custom e-bike build for you. Gonna go over this bike, what makes this bike cool, and why if you get a bike like this, you should think about converting your bike into an e-bike. If you're new to this channel, I'm Johnny Nerd Out. I do custom e-bike builds, I do consultations, I do virtual troubleshooting. Yeah, so if you have any questions e-bike related, head over to johnnynerdOut.com. I sell all the components, all the specialty parts you're gonna need to do something like this. All right, so this is a Trek 200. This is a hybrid. This is like it's in between a mountain bike and it's in between a cruiser. This is a little bit of an older one, but you know, our guy had this. He's like, I got a bike, why don't I just convert this one? So yeah, let's get into it. We did a lot of work to this. We did a lot of work to the bike. First of all, we switched out the handlebars. We put mountain bike handlebars on this, so they're a lot wider. They're a little bit better for control and handling. We upgraded the shifter to the button style. It's a Shimano button. It's a 7-speed, so it's not a trigger and it's not a grip shift. It's a trigger, but it's kind of a button press too. It's a hybrid. We added fenders to it, full front, full coverage fenders. Put a rack on it. He's gonna put his own bags on it, and I think that's all we did bike wise. Component wise, we added a 52 volt 17.5 amp hour battery. It's almost 1,000 watt hours. We put a BBSHD 1000 watt mid-drive motor on it. This will put out a little over 1700 watts at peak if it's really asked to do so. We went with a 500C color display. This is my favorite display if you don't need a USB output to charge your phone. Otherwise, this is a great, small, discreet, bright color display that shows you all the information you're gonna need. Put a gear shift sensor on it here. That just acts like an automatic clutch, cuts power when you're shifting, it senses when you're shifting, cuts power, lets you shift, and goes on. Back here we did something interesting. We've got a step down voltage converter. So this takes the 52-ish volts coming out of this battery, converts it down to 12 volts. And it feeds this cigarette style outlet here. He's got a breathing machine that he's going to be hooking this up to him, so when he's riding it, he can still get his machine can still operate and still, you know, keep him healthy and keep him alive. This is obviously just bunched up. He's gonna put pannier bags on this. This is gonna go in there. So his machine's gonna go in there, hide everything. This won't be here, but this is just temporarily, so it's not dangling. It did rain here recently. We've had like 3 straight days of rain, so I'm not gonna ride this thing through the mud and do a performance test on it. But rest assured, this thing would fly with flying colors. This thing will do 35 miles an hour, no problem, and this will climb any hill. One other thing to note is we put on a throttle it's like a motorcycle style throttle. I gotta say, I really like this throttle. I do carry these on my website, so if you wanna check these out, I'll tell you why I really like these things. It's the actuation on this thing is super nuanced. So if you just want a little bit, it'll give you a little bit. If you've ever had the universal thumb throttles that come with the kits, the stock ones, it's like the gradation on it is like, it's like 3 levels really. But this, you could really feather it if you want, all the way through. You can feel it. There's a direct correlation between how much you're doing this and how much power is going to it. I really like these throttles. So if you're into like the grip shift kind, go with one of these. If you like the thumb throttle, you could just stick with the thumb throttle. I don't even use the throttle really when I'm riding. I rarely use it. I'm all pedal assist. It kind of depends on you. So for me, this wouldn't be usable, but I could see if you are a throttle heavy type person, this would be nice. I'm going to now disassemble this bike, ship it out, and send it home. All right, hopefully you guys found this helpful. Sorry I couldn't ride it through the mud and get it all muddy before I sent it out, but I'm not doing a performance test, but this thing will do 35 miles an hour. All right, later guys.